Hi guys. Hey, welcome to another live stream from I am underscore Rupert. Let me just take time out once again to introduce myself. Um, well, let me just check out something here, guy. All right, something is going on. Let me say fix now. Let's see. All right. Okay. I don't know what my first time using Restream, and as I started, I got an alert about something need fixing. I click it, and it's taking care of itself. So let me take time out once again to welcome everyone that's here tonight on our stream. As we look forward to this night, you know what I'm saying? Great things are happening. So I want to just say welcome to everyone, those who are already on here, and those who will be joining at a later time, and those who will be joining on the replay. Tonight is a positive night, guys. So much information to consume, to take in, to absorb, and to alleviate fears and anxiety, and also to help make your life better. Yeah, that's what we are here to do, guys. Positivity is the name of the game. Bring positive vibes, education, inspiration, motivation. So it's what it is. God is good. Thank God for another night. And just want to say welcome. And if you guys, there's anyone who joining for the first time, just want to say welcome to you. Big welcome. And for all those who have always been on here, thank you so much. Right now we have Garfield on here. We have Marlon on here. Let me say good night to Marlon, guys. We have persons joining this stream so far. Let me just tell you what is going to happen tonight, guys. We have two professionals, prominent attorney and a medical doctor, who will be joining this stream tonight. We have Randingo Lifestyle. Good night, Rupert. Blessings. Comment all from Marlon's channel. Thank you so much. These individuals don't have a lot of time, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to put the link here in the stream, so they will click on that link and just go right ahead. Okay, so that's what it is, guys. We have a medical doctor here will be coming in shortly, and also immigration attorney. It's a packed program tonight. I don't know how we're going to get it done, but we'll get it done because we're all God's children. We know how to do our things here. And so once again, thank you guys so much. So I put the link out there. This is my first time using Restream for one of my live. I did a test run today, guys, and it was okay. Based on that, I haven't done all the little finishing touch, the little finer things, which I took time out to do today. So if there's any hiccup, guys, please forgive me. I'm not that savvy, not that tech savvy. I just know what I know a little bit. Yeah. Janet is here. Welcome, Janet. Welcome, Janet. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So, guys, that's how the thing go. So I put the link out there for we're gonna have prominent immigration attorney Georgia Lawrence. She was on here a couple Sundays ago, and by popular demand, we requested her, and she took time out to be here once again. So once she get on, we give her a proper welcome. In addition to that, I'm going to be having a medical doctor, Dr. Yutan Laing. He's out of New Jersey, and he's going to be coming on. But hear them say when clash, yeah, there's going to be a clash, guys. But the good thing about it that we're going to be getting information that is vital, very important, and we just want to absorb that, take that in, and we just educate ourselves from these worthy, prominent, important individuals. All right. So I put the link up there. Let me just send a text, and I'm talking. 1 second, guys. I'm talking to the doctor. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay, we have. All right, someone is here. Lord Jesus, help me go home. I don't know how to bring in the person. Wait there. Guys, I hear a clicking. Oh my God. I heard her clicking. How will I bring that person in? Oh, yeah, yeah. All right, guys, me find it out. All right, guys, we have Georgia Lawrence here, attorney Georgia Lawrence. I'm just learning this thing first time using Restream,
Uh,
so me kind of green. But anyway, I figured it out a little bit, right? Thank you so much, Georgia, for joining. Oh, we have Auntie Pauline here. The house is going to be packed tonight. Going to be packed tonight. So what we're going to do, just want to take time out once again to introduce yourself because many persons joining tonight weren't here the last time you was here. And I know you have some big things to share. We have some questions to ask, and we hope we get through with on time. We have doctor. The doctor is on. Let me bring the doctor. Doctor. Oh my God. Let me bring the doctor in. Dr. Laing. So the house is
How are you?
tonight.
How
Um,
are you?
I am good, sir. Let me just introduce my guest, Dr. Laing. That's attorney Georgia Lawrence, immigration attorney Georgia Lawrence. That's Dr. Yutan Laing, medical doctor. You're both Jamaicans, and
so nice to meet you, sir.
you're
Same
here.
here. Nice to meet you.
Okay, and he's also a bishop. Has a very fast growing church. You know, right? So who want to go first? Who have more time?
I mean, I go.
Ladies first. All right.
Hmm.
All right.
All right, go ahead, Georgia. Welcome to the stream, guys. We're gonna have a call-in session as well. I'm gonna put the phone number that you can call in, right? So let me put the phone number up there. All right, Georgia. One of the things I would love to get into, hearing so much stuff with immigration status, travel, and everything. The last thing I heard is that green card holders have to be registered. I know there's a little twist. Some people don't understand the full impact or what it's all about. So go ahead and explain that to us.
Yes, so good night again, everyone, and nice to meet you virtually, Doc. So, yes, I've been getting a lot of questions about the registration requirements. So, I'm glad that is something that you asked me to speak on. I did prepare a little breakdown. So hopefully this helps everyone that's listening. And again, if you do have questions, feel free to reach out 813-900-0845. I'm also live on TikTok and Instagram. So welcome everyone. So the registration requirement that's in place became effective on the 14th of April. First off, this was actually something that it has been on the books for years. It
Mhm.
just wasn't enforced. But this administration, as you know, with what they're trying to do as it regards to deportations, they are enforcing it. And in my practice, and I know a lot of attorneys are taking the same approach, we provide you the information, and whether or not you decide to register is really up to you. And the reason for this is that it can have severe consequences. Now,
Okay.
they're threatening that if people do not register, there may be consequences such as paying a fine or jail time. We have not seen any of that, but with this administration, I do not out. So, real quickly, because I know a lot of people are confused, so I put it in three categories. So, the first is people who do not need to register. If you're a US citizen, you don't need to register, first of all. You're a citizen. If you're in the US for less than 30 days, you do not need to register. You don't need to register. These are the people who are already registered and they do not need to register. And I get asked questions from a lot of these people. So you're
Mhm.
already registered, you do not need to do anything. If you're a green card holder, you are permanent residents, you don't need to register. The fact that you did your biometrics, you're already registered. That is essentially the same questions: name, date of birth, country of citizenship, and things of that nature. You're already registered. People with parole, even if your parole expires. So this includes humanitarian parole, advanced parole, or military parole in place. Humanitarian parole is you're outside the country and you ask for some sort of discretion to come in.
Mhm.
Advanced parole That's usually when you have a pending green card and you get that I-131 document to travel outside of the country or military parole. This is when you came in undocumented, you have a qualifying relative who is in the military, and that through that person, it's like it's forgiven. So technically, it seems as if you came in the lawful way. If
Okay.
you have this, you're already registered. And for the most part, you would have gotten your fingerprints done, the biometrics. So you're already registered. You do not need to do anything. Secondly, if you came in on a visiting visa or any kind of non-immigrant status and you got an I-94 document, or this is one of the most important documents in immigration because it shows how you got into the country. If you have that, whether it's paper or electronic, back in the day, we used to get the paper. Now it's all electronic. You're already registered, even if the period of stay already expired. So if you came in on a B2, overstayed your 6 months, came in, you got an I-94, you're already registered. If you were issued a visa that was valid at the last time of your arrival, you were already registered. If you're in removal proceedings, aka deportation proceedings, even if the proceedings are already completed, probably you got an order of removal, you're already registered. If you have a work permit, if you were issued a border crossing card, you are already registered. So basically, if you did any form of completed biometrics to your I-485 or any of those applications, you are already registered. If I didn't mention you in any of the two lists, then you're required to register. And again, this is my position. You're at risk, it may be relatively low. And generally, we are encouraging people to register because of the consequences that you may face. But just know there can be consequences. And if you have a pending adjustment of status and you have not done your biometrics yet, and you aren't considering the category that's already registered, then yes, it
That's
is important for you to go ahead and register now.
okay. So one of the things that why I mentioned that is that green card holders are very, very fearful of anxiety because you have different social media and different information flowing across the
Yes.
spectrum that's not correct. So I get people kind of, that's why I said, let me address that first. So if you're a green card holder, you're good, right?
Yes, you're already registered. You have your green card. Did your biometrics appointment. If you notice when you're doing that biometric, the same questions they're asking, it's the same questions for the
For the
registration.
registration. All right. All righty, good. Um, so that's one of the things we're talking about. Last time we discussed travel. We found out that many folks today, I'm not sure how true some of the stories are that persons go to, even citizens that go to do their driver's license, they have been given the hassle. I'm not sure what's going on, but what could have caused something like that to happen?
So now verification is they're looking into things more.
Okay.
Definitely, so I think that's one of the main reasons. So even if you're a citizen, they're gonna verify, okay, the documents are real. You're not submitting fake documents to the government. And if it's a case where you're going back through to any sort of Department of Homeland Security, USCIS,
Mhm.
say for instance, you have a green card and you're going in for your citizenship, the vetting process has always been highly scrutinized, but now it's even worse. They're
Worse.
digging
Yeah.
into everything. So, like, how did you get your green card in the first place? So, say
Okay.
for instance, it is based on marriage, and then you ended up getting a divorce 5 years later, you're doing your citizenship. Yeah, they may look back at that marriage and say, okay, what happened here?
Right.
Even though usually that's not the case, but yeah, it's just that with this administration, they're looking into things more. I
Okay.
had one incident where a client got her green card, went to the DMV to get her license, and they kept telling her that they couldn't verify her information in the system and that she needed to contact the attorney. And I was like, hey, I did my job. I got your green card. What am I supposed to do? It's just a matter of the communication between USCIS and the DMV. And then another thing that they're doing too is even with the social security at one point, it still is on the forms. We have the option of selecting that we want USCIS to issue social security numbers with work permits, or when it's time for citizenship, we want them to automatically update that information with social security office. They're not doing that stuff anymore. So there is a disconnect with the agency.
Okay.
So I do expect a lot more people to come and say, okay, they're having issues with my documents. What's going on?
Okay, so in that case, guys would prefer, before you do anything, check with your attorney. If you have any doubt, check it out, right?
Yeah.
Right? If you have doubts, check it out. And it's a good juncture because a lot of these people, because of what's going on, their blood pressure went up. So,
Yeah.
and so the doctor is here. So I'm going to bring in the doctor now to address the high blood pressure problem. That so what can cause high blood pressure? These things do.
Yeah.
Dr. Laing, guys, he's a medical doctor for over 20 something years. Right? So introduce yourself, Dr. Laing.
30. Yes, it's now
30
30
years.
years.
There you
Yes, yes. Anyway, so good evening, all. And I think that's a very interesting point because we're seeing a lot more of elevated
Doc, could you
blood
go
pressures.
a bit?
And one of the
Doc,
source reason, one of the
go
source
back a
reason,
little bit so we couldn't
yes.
see you in the camera more. Ah,
Uh,
much better. Little bit more. Little bit more. Just a little bit more. Oh, you're gone.
I think we lost him.
Oh,
Probably you press the leave button.
yeah, let me put the link up there again. Oh, it's unfortunate, guy. Is not high blood pressure again. Let me put the link up there again. All right. So until the doctor get back, hold on. Oh, let me add him back. Yeah.
all right.
Yes,
Okay,
doc.
how are we doing?
That is good now.
Better?
Yes, good.
Yeah. So the when it comes to hypertension, one of the key causes that I'm seeing nowadays is anxiety and stress. The stress and anxiety cause a marked elevation in blood pressure. Even people who had been well controlled before on their medications and or their lifestyle changes that they had done, with the advent of this increased stressors that
Yeah.
we're seeing a lot more of that. So, as a matter of fact, I always tell the story. I had to show you how much anxiety and stress is involved. I had a patient, one of my early patient, came to me on 5 blood pressure
Oh, wow.
medications. I spoke to her for about not only about a half an hour, got her off all except one. Plus, I put her on something for anxiety, and up till she died, she was fine. And so it's really something that everybody should be aware of. And so we have to be looking now into all ways that we can relax, that we can, de-stress. And, one of the great ways is prayer, of course. And also, just the relaxation techniques and, then, trying to get to the place where you're not so worried about everything. And of course, at times, medication is needed. Only when that's definitely needed, then that should be prescribed. But I think, one of the issue that I also see is a lot of patients, because of their, the stress and all that stuff going on, they go to certain doctors and they just give them more blood pressure medicine, more
Right,
blood
right.
pressure medicine, more blood pressure medicine. And after a while, at certain times, they're dropping low, they're dizzy, they're lightheaded, So I think it's really an important point that we need to figure out.
Address. Okay, just want to remind my viewers that you can pose your questions in the chat, and also there's a number that you can call in if you want to call in on whichever of the topics. It's just call that number 732-558-3743, and also put your questions for the doctor and for the immigration officer in the chat. Doc, oh, okay. Also, let's say high blood pressure, right?
Hmm.
What are some of the food and thing, the diet, you know, how deal with that in
Yeah,
addition to relaxation?
yeah. Yeah, so the diet is important because, of course, associated with high blood pressure and also contributing to is those people who are overweight.
Mm,
So if that's the issue, you're going to do everything you can to reduce the weight, and that goes from changing the lifestyle, changing the diet. That in that case, you want to cut your carbs, cut your total calories, and then get as active as you can in terms of even simple walking. Also, certain foods, that are very high in sodium, definitely seems to, contribute to the elevation of blood pressure. So you really want to keep a good eye. And, some of us in our culturally, we like a lot of salt, but that's one of the things that you want to keep in moderation to help to alleviate and to keep the blood pressure under control. I can even speak just for myself. I've been down now. I've lost about 40 pounds over the last 2 years, and I have gone down from probably 3 to 1 blood pressure
Wow.
medicine, and hopefully will be off. So it's really the lifestyle, how you're eating, your activity level, all is goes into it. So I think it's really more like a lifestyle change is what I've been promoting for people to eat better, maintain their weight and
Stay
stay
active.
active.
The other day I was
Mhm.
talking to a colleague at work and we was talking on certain foods, and I don't know if this makes sense, but I think it does. That that people can eat, probably not on all cases eat everything, but it's moderation that does it. Am I right? Moderation, does it play a vital role into the
Ye-
whole dieting
Yes,
and all this?
yes. And as a matter of fact, I tell people when you try to do those very strict diets and cut out foods completely, after a while you crave them and you go
Right.
right back to your mode. So I think the best thing to do, even for example, I mean, you would think I'm a diabetic, I would never eat rice. I
Yeah.
eat rice, but I eat I have over the years have dwindled it down to from a plateful, how we used to eat rice, to now, a
Right.
circle. That's about
Right.
it. And so, and then whatever food stuff, once in a while you have to have a little bit of something, but
The
it's the
amount.
amount, all right, and the
Right.
frequency, and if you're watching your overall calories and your overall carb count, because it's not that you cannot eat carbs, for example, if you're diabetic, but you want to keep it to no more than about 16 grams of carb in any one
Okay.
meal. So and then if you maybe I went over a little bit on this meal, well the next meal I'm making can cut it a little bit more. So it's really how you manage
Okay.
everything over the course of the day is more important, I think. And one of the things that I promote also is eating small, frequent meals, which is going to increase your metabolic rate and also is going to help you to burn things more. Because a lot of time people think, fasting, you're going to lose weight. Yes, you may, but some of the times what happen is your body says, no, I'm not sure when this person is going to eat again. So it slows down the metabolic rate and it also holds on to everything. So you find that you're fasting, these people tell you, I only eat one meal a day, but they're still gaining weight.
Mhm.
Well, their metabolism is slowed down, and then that one meal is a lot of calories. So therefore, and the body, when it sees that, it holds on to
Okay.
it.
All right, Doc, let me just shift gears a little bit. We're going to be going into because I think this program basically I want to educate most for men, because it has been proven that a lot of men, African American, are the ones who suffer from these things to a wide extent, in amount. Um, Prostate cancer. A lot of us men, don't like to go to the doctor. Number one. Number two, getting
Hmm.
tested for prostate. You know how some men are, the rectal
Yes.
examination, they said, no, sir, no, sir, no, sir. And that
Hmm.
has increased a large percentage of persons who become diagnosed with prostate cancer, because also, if it,
Hmm.
from my understanding, if it catch early, you're good. So elaborate on that for me, Doc.
Yeah, very, very good one. I mean, because I think, prostate cancer is becoming so prevalent, not sure exactly why, but one of the key point that you made right there at the end is early detection means almost a hundred
Yes,
percent
sir.
cure. So therefore, I think the key thing, and one of the other things is, I say, all right, you don't want to have a rectal exam, but you really need both the exam and the
Mhm.
blood test to rule out prostate cancer, because you can have a normal blood test and still have prostate
Right.
cancer, and you can have, so therefore you need kind of both. However, I think one of the things that I push people to do, at least the bare minimum, is to get the blood test, while you warm yourself up to getting the rectal exam. And especially now, you get the blood test and the the number is kind of a little on the high side, then that may push you to then get further screening and further
Mhm.
testing. One of the other things that is very important for especially African American and some Hispanics as well, it's not just the height of the PSA, but is the percent rise over years. So you can have a normal
Mhm.
PSA, but say this 2023, your number is one, and all of a sudden 2024, it's
Mhm.
2.5. It's still under four, but that's a pretty significant
Okay.
rise. And I have caught a lot of them early that way because I watch more the rise in the PSA. So this is why you, at least once a year, you should be making a visit to the doctor, getting the general blood work, the blood test, and the rectal
Yes.
as well. But a minimum would be the blood test. And so, but a lot of, not all, I think, physicians are versed in the fact that you should look at the rise and the rate of rise of the
Yeah.
PSA as well.
I did a live some time ago. Actually, I was coming from my doctor. Oh, she's back. Yes, and I said to most men, the rectal exam. Oh, brethren, I know man rectal me, whatever. So I said there are
Mhm.
also female urologists out there that can perform that.
Yeah,
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 there are
you
a lot
could
of
do that.
females, so
Yeah.
you just have to, do your homework and check around. But it's vital, it's very important to have your
Mm-hmm.
prostate check. Doc, what are the age limit? When should one get a prostate check? How and how often?
Well, you should get a prostate starting at age 40, especially if you're African American. Some Caucasians can wait till 50, but African Americans should be screened at 40. Also, if you have a family member, a close brother, uncle, grandfather that had prostate cancer, you may get screened a little bit earlier. And it is very important. And I'm just going to show. I have all of my brothers. I have three brothers, and all three of them had prostate cancer, but caught
Okay.
all early. One had the surgery, one had the implants, and one had radiation. All did very well, and basically a cure, but they were caught early. So 40 is the age that you should start getting
Okay.
screened.
So, guys, I want to remind you that you can call in. If you have a question for the doctor, you can type in the chat or a question for the attorney. And it's also a very good juncture because we're back with the attorney, prominent attorney. I just watch her success rate just keep going and going and going. She put on a piece of dance the other day. She gets some cases, and so in order for persons to travel, right, they have to be healthy, right? Right? So we're back to the attorney.
Yep.
All right, we talked about registration. Is there anything that's in the pipeline that persons need to know? In-
Yes, with the current climate, I would say two things. One, if you filed for your adjustment of status, at one point it used to be a case where I would prepare my packages and I would hardly have interviews. Now it's a 98% chance you're gonna have an interview. So be prepared for that. In
Okay.
our offices, we do prep session. It could be one or two before the interview, depending on the client. And I usually attend the interviews with my clients. If I think that you're okay without me and I have a clash, I may allow you to go in, but I do try and do video or telephonic interviews. So yes, a lot of people, they're getting anxious. Doc, you might have to step in. So they
Okay.
are getting anxious about the interviews. But yes, it's something that if you need to start practicing some breathing technique or get with doc, whatever you need to do, get it done now because yes, more than likely there's a 98% chance you are gonna have an interview. I did when you say I was dancing about we had three and we got one wave, but a child was involved. That's the only one I've seen this year that has been waived so far. So they're still doing waivers in some cases, but for the most part, you'll have to go in. And then the second thing is I'm begging my people, please, if you're in a position where you're still waiting on your green card or whatever the case may be, if you know that you had any form of run-ins with the law, you have a pending court case or whatever it may be, don't try and travel. It could be an issue with you coming back in. And then the other thing is, if you don't have a license, your license been suspended, you were drinking, don't drive. Like the calls I'm getting about detained cases. It's quite stressful because at one point these were cases where somebody would just get locked up, they could pay a fine, get out of jail, have court probation, be done with, and it's a small hurdle that we get over. But now it is a big deal because when you're detained, you can be placed in deportation for something as simple as not driving with your driver's license. So if
Wow.
it's a case where you don't have it, like, no, it's not the time, take an Uber. So just be careful out there. That's my thing for people. Just be careful. I try to spread as much hope as I can, and that's why I've been trying to put out some of the approvals, because sometimes it's a lot. You just don't have time to do that.
Right.
I'm
Right.
trying to do it more just to encourage people and to show people that amidst all that's going on, we're still getting approvals. You still have people getting their green cards. But at the same time, don't put yourself in unnecessary position. It's not only stressful for you, it's stressful for us as attorneys too. And if you see, they're really coming for us as legal professionals. If you've been watching the news, you see where we had two judges who got locked up the other day because
What?
yeah, they're saying that they tried to. It was one judge where I haven't read the full story, but I know it's a case where ICE came in the courtroom. They were trying to detain the respondent, the immigrant, and the judge knew that wasn't right and essentially allowed them to use a side door that was for the jurors. And they ended up detaining the judge for obstruction of justice.
Oh,
So
serious. Yeah.
same thing with attorneys. Don't think that they're not doing their research and looking into us too, looking at the things that we're posting, information that we're giving. So it's stressful for everybody out here. So let's all do our part. And if you can stay out of trouble, stay
They
out
are.
of trouble.
Okay. Doctor said they have to leave in 2 minutes. There's a question here for the doctor, but is he on, doc? Okay. The question is, um, what what effect does grapefruit have on some medications?
Yeah, some medications, grapefruit inhibits the absorption. So it's not that you cannot eat grapefruit, but you definitely don't want to eat it right before, or I would say leave at least an hour to 2 hours between you consuming grapefruit and taking any of your
Okay.
medicines. That was your good way. Some people just say don't take
Take
it
it
at
off.
all, but I think you just don't need them in the stomach at the same time because it may decrease the absorption of your
Okay.
medication.
It's unfortunate the doc have to go moment, right, doc? How much more time do you have?
Yeah, a couple more
Okay.
minutes, couple more
All
minutes.
right, guys. Any more questions for the doc? I also wanted was to touch on uh colonoscopy and some other things in terms of, but I promise we'll be able to have
I can touch on it quickly. I can
colonoscopy.
touch on it quickly.
Right. When should one
Yeah.
get that?
So just general screening in general. And I think if you adhere to this, most things should be picked up. So I said with everybody, once you're probably over 18, you should go to the doctor once a year. They will do general screen, talk to you, check family history, which is a very important thing. Check any past history, and then see what things you may be more prone to. Then they start with a general screening. We talked about at age 40. Colonoscopy is age 50 for everyone. Of course, if you have any family members with any colon cancer or any other colon issues, you may need to be screened earlier. And then for breast cancer, this screening starts. They're now probably dropping into 35, but basically it's still at about age 40. Maybe 35 is going to be the new age. And of course, if you have any family history, you want to be screened earlier. Those are probably the big ones, all right, that you would screen for. And then also when you get your they do regular blood work usually every year. Then they're going to screen for your cholesterol, your kidney function, liver function, screen for nowadays we do an A1C screening for diabetes. And those are probably the major things. We screen for anemia. And also we, in essence, doing the regular blood work, we include the CBC, which is a complete blood count, screens for some cancers, because if you have leukemia or any of those things, you may see some changes in the blood count. So I think if you go regularly once a year, so we can see if there's anything that changed, and then adhere to the annual screenings, then that is important. And then just one other thing, which you may also want to stay up to date on your immunization status. We can talk maybe more about that the next time we come on,
Yes, sir.
but that's also important.
All right. I was thinking, Doc, persons just being lethargic. You get up, it's like energy, and you seem like you're dizzy. What are some of the things we should be aware of with those stuff? Lethargic,
Some
you're
of the some
dizzy
some of the
easily. What's going on?
Some of the general things with that is, of course, if you're on any medications, talk to your doctor, see if any of the medications will be causing the symptoms. One of the big ones is dehydration. People not drinking enough water. You drink fluids, but not enough water. That can lead to dizziness, lightheadedness, such the like as well. If your blood count is closing, your hemoglobin, your iron is maybe low, that can lead to fatigue or dizziness, lightheadedness, and such alike as well. And also, if one of the things that we sometimes, our culture kind of poo-poos it, but could be a mental issue.
Mhm.
Depression, especially gives you, some people with depression can't even get out of bed. So it really depends on all the different symptoms, what's going on, getting screened, getting tested for then the doctor to help you out to decide what may be the cause of it. So it's they're vague complaints, but they're valid complaints, and
Okay.
don't just poo-poo them. As a matter of fact, you could also have a major heart issue if you're a little dizzy. I actually had a pacemaker put in 8 weeks ago. Some people, just so you know, because I was a little bit dizzy, a little bit lightheaded, and it turns out my heart rate was down to 40. So, there's a lot of things that could cause it. But I think the key point is don't ignore any symptoms or signs that you have.
So,
Get them checked out.
yeah, I always tell people, especially in Christendom, Christians
Hmm.
don't like to go to the doctor. Oh, God is going to heal me. God is this. And I'll tell
Yep.
people that Luke was a physician. Yes, God has
Yep.
given men the ability. That's a part of God's healing. Go to the doctor and check things out. All right. So
Yes.
just talk about that for a minute. You're a bishop and you're a doctor. So let's talk about that. And just I know for those, a lot of people watching this live, some in New Jersey, wherever, you could also give yourself a plug. Your
Yeah.
practice research.
Yep. So that's an important one and something dear to my heart. I think from a young person, I've been saved since I'm 12, and it's always been brought very clear to me that the Lord has whatever knowledge that the doctors, men, the engineers ever has. God had to afford them that knowledge, and therefore my thing is you don't have to go pray for certain things if you can get diagnosed and treated and directed. And also, when you know what you're dealing with, you actually can pray more specifically
Absolutely.
to that issue. So I think for all the Christians out there, I'm one that plugs the need to get to prevent. So going to the doctor is a good prevention mode. And if the Lord has made a way and has come up with the knowledge, then you have access to it, and so therefore take use it when you need to, and then let the Lord then do the things that we can't do, the things that we have no clue. Sometimes we hit those, right? And that's
Yeah.
when you're really going to put your faith to the test and say, Lord, I believe, and let the Lord have his way. So again, if you're in New Jersey and again, I'm right now, I don't take most insurances because it's a racket. But I do take, if you have out of network, or if you want to pay out of pocket, we do have reasonable rates. And also, even if you're going to your doctor and you're not satisfied, you just need a second opinion, feel free to reach out to me. I'll even do some phone consultations as well. So my number is 732-745-9900, and just leave a message. So God bless everyone. Have an awesome night, and I'm sure we'll talk more.
Okay, Doc. I just put the doctor's number up there. I think I
Take care, Doc.
yeah.
All right,
Okay.
take
Thank you
care.
so much, Doc. It's been a
Yeah,
pleasure having
and
you here.
actually, by the way, also I also do immigration physicals. I am
Oh,
certified for that. Yes, so
okay,
yeah,
awesome. Where in New
yeah.
Jersey are you?
I'm in the central New Jersey in Somerset.
Okay, perfect,
Yes,
perfect. I'll be
yes,
sending people your way.
yes,
Thank you.
yes. So
Right.
send them down. Yes. Okay then. All right.
All
Take
right.
care now.
Thank you
Good
so
night,
much.
all.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys.
Bye
That's
bye
Dr.
now.
Ethan Laing. He's also a bishop, Premier Family Life Ministries in New Jersey. Actually, he was my primary when I was in New Jersey. Very good doctor, very good. Have
Mm.
good bedside manners because some doctors are not good bedside manners, Doctor. They don't spend time with you, and but
Yeah.
it was very thorough. And that's his number there, guys. 732-745-9900. Give him a call. So we are back with the attorney. Look how God good set this thing up. Immigration and health. They both work hand in hand, right?
Yep. Yeah.
Because there's so much stress going on now. You need to go to the doctor.
Yeah, I have therapist number on deck. I refer people to.
Yes. Um,
Mm.
Also, you're involved in different practices under your umbrella. And the last thing I learned, you're also in mediation.
Yes.
So I want you to talk about your mediation and talk about employee or civil rights employee, federal employee stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, go ahead.
Yes, so in addition to immigration, I do federal employment law. So in that area, I represent only federal employees. So for my veterans, people who work with CDC, the post office, any government agency, if they feel as if they've been discriminated against, harassed, retaliated against in the workplace, we bring cases before the Equal Employment Opportunity and the Merit System Protection Board. And if we don't get cases settled there, we'll normally have to go before an administrative judge to resolve those cases. So it's employment law borderline civil rights issues because most of it has to do with constitutional violations and due process issues.
Mhm.
I am also a certified mediator in Georgia. I handle mostly family disputes and business disputes. So if you're looking for a mediator for Georgia, I'm able to handle that as well.
And as she says that, I just want to welcome everyone that's on this live tonight. Auntie Pauline Yard to abroad. Let me just tell you something about Auntie Pauline. Pauline is in New York, one of the best cook. May I tell you? She have a YouTube channel. We need to please subscribe to Auntie Pauline if you haven't done so. She's one of the best cook. May I tell
Mm,
you in New York. So big up Auntie Pauline and everyone that's on here, the chat tonight. It's the general. And guys, there's a number you can call if you want to speak with the attorney. This is free consultation. Right, right,
mhm.
right? So you get a chance to call that call right now. If you or anyone you know have a situation that needs some advice, she can, just on the surface, but some things you have to go on. A call is coming in. Let me take this call.
Okay.
Hello, who's calling? Hello, I can. Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead, please.
Okay, can you hear me, Rupert?
Yes, we can. Are you here in
Yeah, I have
Georgia?
something for the lawyer.
All right, you have a question for the Lord. Let's identify yourself, please.
It's Marlon Sean, China boy on YouTube.
Yes. All right.
Yeah. Let me turn this down. I'll let
Yeah,
you guys
yeah.
hear it better. Yeah, I wanted to find out something. I actually had a sponsor for a guy, a kid from Venezuela. I filed for him. And when I filed for him, just after Trump became president, I got a thing from this USCIS thing, .gov, that it was pushed aside. I just received something just yesterday to say that the case is now being open again. I mean, I've been waiting for a couple of years now with this. I wanted to talk off air with this for her, for my friend.
Okay. You heard, Georgia?
Yes. So you say you filed for a guy and they told you that the case is essentially pushed aside and now it's open. I'm assuming you're talking about like an administrative closure. That can be for various reasons. So yes, I definitely need to talk to you more to kind of look and see what's going on. Usually, if there's a change in policy or they're not making decision on certain cases or they're looking into certain documentations, then that's when they usually administratively close the case. But for them to reopen the case, that's a good thing. So they'll be moving forward. But I'll need more information, so you can reach out. Send me a message at 813-900-0845.
Okay, Mr. Rupert, can you get that number for me?
Absolutely. Let me repeat. 813. I'm gonna put it on the chat. Let me put it up here, right?
Yeah, and just text me with your name, number, and put Rupert Show, and we can talk tomorrow.
813
900-0845.
0845.
Yeah.
Okay, the number is up there now on that's it right there, right?
Yes.
813-900-0845. So give the attorney a call, and she will. And remember, she said, talk again. What you said about if he mentioned this show.
Yeah, just text me your name and then just put Rupert Show, and we'll talk tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay, that'd be very, 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 because I've been working with this kid for a long time. But from Venezuela, it's been much harder, and they've been pushing the cases from Venezuela side.
Yeah.
All right, Marlon. Thank you so much for calling, guys. Marlon is a YouTuber. He has been very well. Thank you so much, Marlon. I appreciate the call.
You're welcome. Thank you, Rupert.
All right, there you go, guys. You mentioned it's a good thing the case being reopened, right?
Yes. Yes. It's always a good thing if you got your case administratively closed and then it's reopened.
Yeah. Let me ask this question. Let's say you got a driving what do you call it now? Ticket. You go to the court and you pay, and you play this thing. They call this thing what do you call it again?
Nolo contender.
Yeah.
Nolo.
They always say to you that might have an effect on your immigration status, right? Is it a bad thing or a good thing?
So with Nolo, it's technically not pleading guilt. You're not saying, okay, I didn't do it, and you're not saying I did it. It's just like, okay, I'm not saying anything, just deal with me. Usually you get this in the form of a plea agreement. Usually like you pay a fine, some sort of diversion program, or you're placed on probation. Usually those are for minor infractions and it's not really going to affect you. But if you have any sort of immigration case, you want to consult your attorney before you make any form of plea in court. Yesterday, I had someone call me. It was a drug-related case, and he's basically saying, yeah, I didn't do everything, but it's a case where I could be looking at this if I go to trial. And he was telling me what the criminal attorney said. And I said, no. I need to speak with your criminal attorney because I have to let them know it's a good deal, but the consequences for someone who's going through immigration proceedings can be dire. So you want to make sure that you're looking at the elements of the crime. A lot of times you have to focus on the state, the elements of the crime, and then you compare it to the immigration, which is a federal threshold.
Okay. So in any kind of infraction, speak with your attorney. And guys, if you need a qualified, successful, prominent, trustworthy attorney, that's the number right there to call, 813-900-0845. And we're still taking calls at 732-558-3743. You can call into the live stream, and if you have questions for the attorney, definitely we could answer that, and we consider this as a free consultation. But if there's things that has more in-depth of nature, then you'd have to go in for a consultation, right? One-on-one, right?
Yes.
Right. And she practices throughout the entire United States. Is that right?
Yes. And you know what? I just got a question earlier on my Instagram too. Yes. So immigration is federal and federal employment is federal. So I do practice. I'm board in Georgia, but I do have clients all over the United States and outside the US too. Because for some of my federal employment clients, they're stationed in Japan, Germany, and for immigration, I need to do a chart where I figure how clients how many states I've covered so far.
And some dots red state.
Yeah, I've had the clients all over.
Yeah.
Most of my clients are from, let me see, Georgia, New York, South Carolina, North Carolina, Florida. Yeah, yeah,
Um,
most of my clients are from those areas.
Marlon says, very good information. He thank you so much for your information.
So,
And Ali, bless up Ali. So, guys, as I said, there's a number you can call if you or anyone you know needed an attorney, prominent, trustworthy, somebody who know what they do. Please call 813-900-0845, and that's Georgia Lawrence LLC, right? Am I right? Did I say it right?
yeah, and follow me on all social media platforms, including YouTube.
YouTube. So I wish let me put it up there. Let me put your YouTube
It's
your
my name. It should be Attorney Georgia Lawrence.
so everything is on once you go on the website, everything is there, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So all social media, Attorney Georgia Lawrence, that will come up.
Okay, great.
Mhm.
Let me get back to mediation. Do you have those cases a lot? Do you see a lot of people? Because some things, rather than going to the extreme of this, you know,
Core.
and yeah, is one of the most effective way because you unite people and bring people back and make things work better. Yeah. So I wanted to discuss in depth a little bit. What are some of the things that you see that cause people to want to just call it a day, but you stepped in and make it very.
So I mediate a lot of federal employment cases, a lot. And it makes sense because this could get really costly. It's a very complicated area of law, and you can rack up attorney's fees real quickly. So even if you're gonna settle a case, you want to do it in the earlier stages. And a lot of times, some agencies, even when they know they're wrong, they don't want to settle, and it's a strategy they use because they know that people can't afford to take it all the way up. And the reason why it gets so expensive is because you have to go through certain administrative hurdles. Like you have to go technically is at a lower level. So the lower EEOC, then if you make it to the big EEOC, then you can get into court. You can't get into court unless you complete the administrative process. So cases like those, I definitely recommend that people go through the mediation process. For the most part, they listen and go. No, you have some people who really need to see doc because they just can't let certain things go and they want to just fight, and they'll do it. Hey, if you have the money, let's go. Now, for cases like divorce cases, custody cases, legitimization cases, I usually recommend that people try to settle those amicably. And the reason being is that when you two were getting together, I'm sure it was all spicy and nice. So
Mhm.
it's just sad that in the end, it can get so dirty. But yes, those are the cases that I normally push people to try and mediate. And most judges know they're having what is called a settlement conference or a mediation conference. So even before you go before the judge, they're forcing you to try and mediate the case.
Mediate. Right.
So
Okay.
we see that a lot with child support, divorce cases, and then you have like contracts dispute, business dispute, landlord tenants issues. We'll see those too.
Okay. So you cover a wide area of practice in all these areas.
Yeah, so for mediation, it's general. Well, I'm a general certified mediator and family and business. So those are the areas that I primarily focus on. Now, you do have different types of mediations. You have the ones that are court appointed. I get a lot of those from Cobb County. And then you have the ones that are private, where it's two parties and they're reaching out to a mediator just to go through the ADR, alternative dispute resolution process.
Okay. All right. We got some more people on here. Jamaican Uncle on the house and Purple Heart and Mitchy Boo. All right, guys, please, there's a number. Let me repeat the number. You can call 732-558 Am I going too fast? 732-558-3743. 732-558-3743. Please call and hear your concerns. All right. There's one thing I also want to get back to in federal employment thing. Does it contains anything to do like civil rights and all that? Does that is that a part of it? Because
So
one of sorry, go ahead.
yes. So when it comes to federal employment, a lot these employees, it's like they have a constitutional right to their job. So you know how with this administration you see them firing people, sending out letters. A lot of those cases were taken to the Merit System Protection Board because sometimes the selection wasn't just based on okay, I applied for this job. Sometimes you have what is called like preference benefits, like if you're a
Mhm.
veteran. So you have a right to that position and you cannot just fire. It's not like a private company where you can just fire at will. You have
Okay.
to show why you're doing it, which, you know, this administration doesn't seem to understand that. So what if you go against the norm, then yes, it is a constitutional violation. So that's where civil rights come in.
Comes
And then
in.
you do have where people complain about discrimination. 80% of my federal employment practice covers this era where people will come and say I was discriminated against based on race, national origin,
Mhm.
gender. So it all depends, and they'll come, okay, you have a white supervisor. I can see where they prefer all of the white employees in comparison to me. Or somebody may come and say, I'm from Nigeria. They mock my accent. They say, I don't understand, they don't understand me. I'm
Okay.
a nurse, I can't deal with certain patients. Yes, so anytime they have any form of cases where they feel as if they're discriminated against, that's where the civil rights come in.
Civil right comes in. Okay, so it's very complex, isn't it?
Yes, it's a very complex area of law.
Okay. We seems to be jumping. I'm sure you have brought along, apart from me, and I'm asking these things, you have brought along information you want to give onto us based on recent happenings. All right. Anything you want to tell us that's new out there and anything like that?
So, 1 second, let me close this out. Um, yeah, so it's a lot. It's a lot going on. So, I'm glad that I know the last time I talked a lot and I was giving information, but tonight I'm glad that you're having it where it's question based and I'm also getting
Correct.
questions on other platforms too. Yeah, it's a lot going on. A lot of people running crazy if they have something in filing. They want to know what's the time process, how long it's gonna take, why they're getting certain things. So I think this would be good to kind of
Mhm.
like run through the process. So let me look at a typical adjustment of status process. Usually, when you file your applications, you wait like 2 to 4 weeks. You'll get receipt notices. Once you get a receipt notices, you're going to get another notice, which is going to give you a code. So if you go to uscis.gov and you create an account, you use that access code to add your case to your account, and that's where you'll see what's going on.
Mhm.
After that, they could send out a request for evidence where it could be taxes, medical issues, or they could be asking for simple documents. With this, a lot of times when people see this on their tracker, they start getting crazy. And I tell them, no, we just have to wait and see what they're requesting and provide the information. That's it. And then after that, usually you go in for your fingerprint appointment, get your work permit. If you apply for a travel document now, one of the big thing is that Social Security isn't sending the card to you, so you may have to go there and apply for the card. With the green cards, like I said before, high possibility you're gonna have an interview. You go in for your interview, demonstrate certain things, and you're good to go. Your case will be approved. Now, you do have cases where they may try to interrogate you, try to figure out certain things. Again, you're asking for a benefit, so the burden is on you to prove
Correct.
it.
Yeah.
If they have concerns, then the burden shifts to them to say,
Mhm.
okay, this is how we're seeing it, and we want you to explain what's going on. It's simple.
Yeah.
Um, I know I understand for those that are here undocumented without papers or they're in removal, it can be stressful. But the big thing is consult with an attorney. Give me a call. Let's talk about your case. See if you qualify for anything because sometimes people qualify for things and don't even know.
No,
For
right, right.
instance, if you've been the victim of a crime, you're helping in some sort of prosecutorial investigation. You could get a green card this way. A lot of people don't know that.
Could you
Um,
repeat that for me again, please? What the prosecutorial benefits? How that
yes.
goes?
So, say for instance, you're the victim of a crime. You're walking on the street, somebody tried to rob you, punch you, took away
Mhm.
your money. You file a police report. You can get you can go through what is called the U visa process. You could get a green card. Likewise, if you've been in a abusive relationship with a green card holder or a U.S. citizen spouse,
Mhm.
you can go through what is called the VAWA process, and you can get a green card, even if you've already been divorced. Now
Oh,
there are stipulations to this, but yes, you can. So a lot of people think it's just like a good sailing marriage, and that's the only way. There are work around it. If you're still in lawful status, you can get through, become a student. If you're a part of any religious organization, you can get a religious visa. So there are ways to go around, and a lot of times it has to do with having that consultation.
okay. As you talked about going through like marriage and then you know that battle spot problems. What are some of the things that you would need to prove that yes, you were battered, you had a, to get a green card from a relationship, and what
So
what would constitute that?
So with this process, the VAWA process, it is Violence Against Women Act. The name is misleading because it includes
Men,
male victim
right?
violence. And the thing is, I most of my VAWA clients are actually males.
Oh wow.
Yes.
So it shouldn't be women's act. It should be, I don't
Men
know.
and women. Yeah, most of them are actually males. But yes, a lot of times when people hear about any form of abuse, especially our Jamaicans. We think about somebody kick and box you,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
like that's not it. You have different forms of abuse. So you have emotional, psychological, financial, and this is where we get a lot of information from our therapists, psychologists, doc. You reach out to people like that to kind of break down and explain what's going on. And then sometimes I hear people talk to me and they are so caught up in this cycle of abuse they don't even realize they're being abused. And that's when you, as a professional, have to take a step back and say, hold on. What happened? You're not allowed to use the credit cards. You're not allowed to hold any money. You have to work and give this person your money. They're withholding your documents. It's a form of abuse.
Abuse too?
Yeah, that is abuse. Or somebody
Oh,
threatening you with deportation constantly. Okay, if you don't do this, you don't do that, I'm going to get you deported. And even rape. I heard like some
even
men telling me, "Oh, you belong to me." It is a form of rape. So yes, you have different forms of abuse. So with this, you really have to talk and flesh certain things out to help them sometimes to see that you're in an abusive relationship or
okay.
to help them to identify the different forms of abuse.
So in those cases, you have to present evidence like probably a doctor's report, police report,
Yes.
stuff like that,
We
right?
usually do like get something from the therapist, doctor's report,
Yes. Mhm.
police report, medical report if they have it, letters from family or friends, text messages, call logs. Like yes,
Right.
because a lot of times too, you may be dealing with an abusive person who breaks your phone. You don't have a lot of things, or you may have been too scared to go to law enforcement and really explain what's going on. So we have to use what we have. So with those people, I normally sit down, we'll talk
Yeah.
flesh things and try to figure out what evidence we can submit. And of course, over time, you can build your evidence.
Okay. So guys, those of you watching this, wherever you're from, you know somebody who has been abused in a relationship and abused, I mean threatened that for green card and all the different things our attorney just mentioned. You know how we go, because most of us probably never knew all of this. Thank
Yeah,
God for tonight that for persons just figure abuse was like box kick and thump.
Yeah, and it's a whole thing. So yeah, the next show we can probably just focus on this
And
part.
alone,
I
right?
would probably try to get like a therapist. Like I usually have therapists that I use. I'll see if somebody is willing to come on and talk because this isn't something for 10 minutes. It's a
It's
whole.
a whole the whole gambit of abuse. All right, guys. So here's the number to call. You know somebody who is in that situation and threaten they will take with them green card and all kind of stuff. Hold on upon them money. If you work the money, bring it home on the time. Just give Georgia a call, 813-900-0845, and your green card will you'll be okay. My God. Guys, in the chat, please. Somebody said, wow. Never knew that. Marlon said, wow. You know,
It's a lot. It's
these
a
are,
lot.
these are things we never knew, guys. You know, yeah. Any other thing you want to discuss?
Um, that's about it. Like I said, the next segment we can try to chat about abuse and
Okay.
violent cases. Usually I can't cover that in a
Yeah,
piece.
one
Like
right.
a whole show on that.
Just something just came to my mind. I know you're also streaming on your website,
Yeah,
right?
I shut it down because I have an interview to prepare for, so I'm
Okay.
applying shortly.
I was just wondering that some of the question that somebody may have asked on that side, some persons over here may have the same question they want to ask it. Anything you want to share based on the question you received?
Yeah, so most of what they're asking me is what you're asking. Like
What?
I said, people are just going crazy with what's going on. And I understand it's
Yeah.
nerves, right?
Yeah.
They want to figure out what if this happens, like they probably have a pending case and then an outstanding ticket,
Yeah.
uh or one that I got, and then I'll close out with this is for shoplifting. So
Yeah.
not sure if you've heard about the Lake and Riley Act, but if you've been
Yeah.
accused, charged, anything, robbery, shoplifting, or any of that, and you have your green card pending, don't go to that interview by yourself. You need to
That's
consult an
right.
attorney. If you don't have an attorney, reach out to me and we can talk some more about it because you can be placed in
Deportation.
deportation. Now, if it was before the act was enacted, then you may be good. But if not, you can face deportation. So you definitely don't want to go to that interview by yourself.
Oh wow, that's good to know. That's good to know. Somebody just asked here, when is the best time to call you?
So my schedule is all over the place
I
because of
know.
interviews and court hearings. So reach out to me. Number is on the screen on WhatsApp, and you're gonna get my calendar link. You can always book a meeting there. But tomorrow I know I have some availability. So if you want to give me a call tomorrow around like 11:30, we should be able to talk.
Okay, great, great. I want to say thank you so much, Georgia, for being here tonight. Guys, she's the best. We a spontaneous live we want was to do Wednesday, and she agreed, but unfortunately she couldn't make it, and she's here tonight, guys. And I'm sure you have learned a lot of stuff, and I want you to give her a call. You know somebody who is in have a situation, whatever it is, guys. Please have them give her a call. My wife just got here. Care decorations. Yeah, good night.
Hey, lady.
I think she went out to sing at a event. So she's
Oh,
just
so you both can sing.
me can sing.
Yes,
Oh,
you can. I hear you sing.
oh well, we'll try. But she is a singer. Me just back up. So me a back up, a back up. Oh, thank you so much, Georgia. I really appreciate you being here and the wealth of information you have passed on. You have opened our eyes to things that we never knew, and
Yes.
we've been blessed by you being here. Um, um, People on here just saying, "Wow, wow!" They couldn't believe that these things.
For having me. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
real. But let's set up the next show where we can talk about VAWA because I said that
yes,
that will take a whole
a big
show.
thing in it, in it.
Mhm.
All
All right.
right,
So thanks everyone for joining. Have a good night.
thank you so
And
much.
thank
Thank
you
you
so
so
much, sir.
much.
Take care.
Bless you. And we'll do this again, right? So, guys,
Yeah.
please give her a call. And if you mention the live stream, the show here, you know the thing, or she works something out with you, right?
Yes. All right. Take care.
Thank you so much. God bless you. Have a blessed one. So, guys, there you have it. There you have it. Tonight we have embarked on a beautiful night, guys, where information came in the simplest form, some information that you could understand, and that is really, really taking place. Things is taking place that we never knew that those things could allow one to benefit in the form of a green card, especially the abuse, which she's going to come back and elaborate extensively on that, because that's a big thing. Most of us never knew um, the various forms of abuse. We just thought that people curse you out, box, stomp, and kick you. That was abuse. But there are other things that she mentioned, which we will go into in depth into the next time we are here. Thank you, Marlon. Marcia, great content. Thank you, Marlon. Thank you, Marlon. Marcia, good night, Marcia. Good to have you. My Lord, Queen, good to have you. Thank you so much, guys. Please, if you have not yet subscribed to this show, you see me as a show now. If you have not yet subscribed to the channel, please do so, and like, comment, and also share. And yeah, guys, I using this software, I want to enhance the uh, the whole gambit of my channel, right? In terms of, you see, I started with a call-in session, right? There are some equipments that I have to get. I want a software that will have the give the best resolution in terms of picture quality, being able to host more people and thing, expand, and that's what I'm talking about. So, guys, please support this channel with your finances. Please do donate. Small donations accepted. There's a link right there. If you notice at the bottom of the screen, it's run across the screen. I do PayPal, Cash App, Zelle, and buy a coffee. It's right there, guys. Because I want to grow this channel and the whole thing that all of us benefit in terms of, you know, information and education, inspiration and motivation. And whatever tool, whatever equipment, I'm gonna get it that we can establish ourselves, guys, for the benefit of us all. I want to say to my viewers, subscribers, guys, you are the best. It's you guys that cause me to be here. You guys caused me to be here, for which I'm very thankful, and I appreciate you guys, every one of you. Every time I come on here, you guys really, 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 really show up and represent and represent, and so thankful for that. So to everyone that's here tonight, and those who probably will be coming on later, it's oh my God, we are 1 hour and 11 minutes. Let me take it to an hour and a half. All right. So we got another couple of minutes to close this live stream. In the meantime, if you have any questions for me, I'll really appreciate that. You can pose those questions. You know what I mean? You can pose those questions. I said we do accept donation to build this channel, and so on and so forth. As I need to get the software that is professional software, so when I stream on here, the picture quality and everything sound good. There's clarity in sound, the resolution picture is great, and different aspect and different ratio and frame, so we can have a great show at all time, and even the call-in session. Yeah, you know what I mean? All right, guys, so thank you so much. Marlon, you are here. I want to bring Marlon in. Marlon has his channel, guys, and he is doing great. I'm gonna put the link up here. I want to bring Marlon in, Jamaican Chinese boy. I want to bring him in. Marlon, I just put the link up there. I just want you to come on in here, talk about your channel. He's doing some great things, guys. Great charity work in Jamaica. Marlon is someone that really, really love people, like to help people, and his channel is doing great. He just came back from Jamaica recently, and I want him to talk about his channel and his mom channel, Auntie Pauline Yard and Abroad, one of the best cook in New York City. Best cook, best cook. So Marlon, if you are available, I would like to have you in here just to talk about your channel, what you're doing, and so I'm saying, all right. So until he gets here, because as I said, Marlon, thanks so much. All right, Marlon, I just put the link up there. Click on the link and I'll bring in to you so you can talk about your channel, some of the things that you're doing, and where do you go from here? All right. Let me just shout out to some people. Shout out to Jamaican uncle Quincy Pinkston, my wife, um, Janet here, Doreen, Yvonne Cummins, it's Ale Michibu, Purple Heart, it's the General, Randingo's Lifestyle, Auntie Pauline, Yard to Broad, and let me see who again. Oh, Hotaro Grace, yes, yes. Yvonne Cummins, yes. Doreen, big up Doreen. Doreen Small, yeah man, yeah man, yeah man. Marcia Thompson, for real. Charge Life and Travel, yes. Big up to you guys. Big up to you guys. All right, so I'm bringing in Marlon right now in studio, guys. And
Hello, Kurt. How you doing? How you doing?
big up
Hi
Marlon.
guys. Hi guys.
All right, guys, this is Marlon, Jamaica Chinese boy, who started his channel not too long ago and has been doing great. Guys, I believe Marlon is one of the most
I have
influential
two things
interviewers.
running at the same time.
Eh?
I'm hearing two echoes at the same time.
Are you are you watching? Are you probably hearing from the? You're playing the TV or what? How are you playing?
No, I have just my laptop on.
So
Let me
don't
turn
know.
off. Let me see if I can stop one.
Yeah, probably that's what's happening. All right, so guys, Marlon, I believe is one of the greatest interviewer. Have that great journalistic ability. You know, me get into the get the me British thing, you know what I mean? Ability, you know what I mean? Lord Jesus, help me. Welcome, Marlon, to my channel. I'm underscore Rupert, a great friend of mine, guys. Marlon, just tell us who is Marlon Chung? Are you Jamaican? Are you
I'm a Jamaican with a half mixed breed Chinese boy from Manchester, born in Kingston, but grew up in Manchester and Clarendon. Two
we're in
different
Manchester?
sections.
We're in Manchester.
Um, Lord Jesus. So basically, when I was a child, Greenville Road,
Greenville. Okay, okay. I know Greenville Road.
West. I'm trying to remember. I don't remember. Rupert, I left down there so long. It's
We,
unbelievable.
we work in Manchester.
Yeah. So I'm trying to cut off one of them because I'm hearing a double thing. I'm trying to see how I can stop it, Rupert.
Might have something playing on the computer, another
Yeah,
show.
one is playing on the computer. So let me try and stop one. Okay, here it is. I got it. I got it. I got it.
Okay, cool. So you're from Manchester, Clarendon, and grew up in Kingston.
No, I was born in Kingston.
Okay.
I was born in Kingston, and I grew up in from right down the line. Right down the line, my parents had business right down the line. Tollgate, Manchester, and then I came here at a young age, back to New York.
Okay. Actually, Marlon has had a very, very good life. Learn how to be humble, and that makes a very good life. Very humble guy and
Thank
respectful
you.
and love people. That's it. That makes his life so
Thank you.
interesting.
Follow my mom footstep.
Yeah, we did talk
You
about
know,
Auntie Pauline too. We're gonna
yes,
talk
yes.
about her, but let me address you. You started YouTube recently. How you all started it? I kind of know the background, but I want you to tell us.
Okay, well, I started YouTube a long time ago with my nephew. I wasn't a YouTuber. I just did things for the fun with my nephew. And since I met Colas, I call him my younger brother. And in 2000, January 5th, 2025, here, I opened up to the world and said, I'm going to, push my YouTube channel. And since then I've been rising and I've been trying to do the right thing, the right thing, you know.
So your channel had the name Jamaica China Boy from the very inception.
From the
Oh,
correct,
oh,
correct, correct,
okay,
correct.
okay.
Yes. But now you don't even have to pull up on that. If you put Marlon Chung, it
It
comes
comes right
right
up.
up.
Yeah.
Correct, correct, correct.
So you're saying that you met colors and then you just got the momentum and
Yes.
everything, like you rebirth.
It pushed me, right? So he
Yeah.
gave me a boost by opening me up to the world. And of course, you have to put the work in to
Mhm.
reach where you are. You
Yes.
understand?
Yes.
So I always thank him for that. And that's what I want to do, Rupert, is where I got that help from him. And I
Correct.
want to be able to give back to the younger ones out there who's just starting a channel as well.
Yes.
You know, to help them for subscribers and for watch hours and try to lead them the right way. I want everybody to have that clean nose, a
Hmm.
clean nose going through.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm looking for, helping people.
Yeah. And Marlon has been helping people. Oh my God, my cousin Winsome, my cousin is here. Big up Cynthia
I
Winsome
will some.
Morrison and Larry Hall. Larry Hall. Marlon, I must tell, Larry Hall is one of the most devoted guy this channel. I remember the first time he came on here. He lives in New York City, right? He was cooking banana and dumpling or yam and fish, and he came on the channel. And from ever since, Larry has been here. I can depend on him. Big up to you, Larry. Yes, Marlon, you've been helping people from even before we know
Day
about
one, day
you.
one.
Day
The
one.
first mission I went on with my mom was in Honduras. That was many, many ago, 2002. We had a store in Mount Kisco, New York, and there was a lot of Latinos there. And one of our customers came there, and he was, regular customer, and he actually passed away. And the family asked us if we could bring back the body to Honduras, which mom did. And mom came back, and she'd have thought of everything what happened there, and she wanted to go back and help out a little bit. At
Mhm.
that same time, Hurricane Mitch had hit Honduras and killed many, many people.
People.
Right. So mom and I did a little thing where we actually closed down the store and packed medication with barrels with food and medication and shipped to Honduras. And we went to Honduras where it was a jungle, where there was no Americans there. It was
Wow.
called Amasquite in the jungle. And as soon as you arrived at the airport, they gave you a mask because there's so many people dead bodies and things.
Oh,
Because
wow.
it's all the mountains that came down and killed people all over in Honduras. Um, it took us hard time to get to where we were going because it's about 6 hour drive. And let me tell you, Rupert, it is something that is an experience of a lifetime. I was videotaping while this was all happening. I do have old time videotapes because this is long before YouTube and
Mhm.
iPhones and things like that. And I have videos of people digging out their family's body and things.
Wow.
And mom did a wonderful job in this one little village called Amasquite by cooking food and medicating the older people and the younger people first. And we did a big job there. We went back and even built a house there for a family. So we did that all from our pocket. We closed down our store. We we've been back about 6 times already and so like that to Honduras. So this is a long time ago. Mom been doing that. And I enjoyed what my mom did. I love what my mom did, and I've been following her footsteps since then.
Yeah. You know, I'm,
Yeah.
I'm going to just skip and jump. You
Mhm.
mentioned mom, right? Um, as I said initially, mom is one of the best cook in the region up there. Yeah.
Oh yes.
You're watching her channel. Talk a little bit about mom's channel. When did she actually got involved to this extent in it, and what are what things she does?
Okay. Well, mom has always been a family. The family cooking the whole family,
Yeah.
and I would say mom had a heart attack last year, and she was down in Florida. And when she had that heart attack in Florida, she went back to Jamaica after the doctor said that she could go back to Jamaica from Florida. And she went straight to a hotel because she was feeling sick. She never got to go to the house after that. I flew to Jamaica. 4 days later, I was flying back to New York with her. I saw a difference into my mom, Rupert, where she wasn't eating, she was depressed, she was crying, she wouldn't come out of bed. And I start calling the immediate family and telling them that there's something wrong with mom and I need help. I needed the other siblings to come in with me. And that's where Wendy, Wendy started her channel. My cousin Wendy and the twins, 876. She came up with the twins here. And that's when mom perked up herself because it's her favorite niece. And I remember mom got up on this perk up herself, and one of the twins said, I want curry goat. The other one said he wants stew peas. So she decided to cook the both of them. So this is how it actually started, is where my cousin turned to my mom and said, Auntie, can we record you? And mom said yes. She never thought it was for YouTube. My mom is not a YouTuber. She
Right.
watches on YouTube, but she's not the camera person. And my cousin recorded my mom and asked my mom on the channel, Auntie Pauline, where you get the goat meat from? And she looks at my cousin, goes, where do you expect? From the goat. And that was it. That was it, Rupert. That was it. We got so much subscribers. People were laughing. She was loved and everything. And then that's when we asked Colas afterwards if he can help to boost up the channel. And he did. And, but it's her cooking and the people and, the respect that we have, and I thank God, a blessings to everybody who has prayed for my mom and gave her, because you guys gave me back my mom.
Yeah.
You guys gave me back my mom. Yeah. Because
Yeah.
every day now she was getting dressed early in the morning. And I'm like, wow, mom getting up so early. Come on, let's go make a video. Let's go make a video. And I love that. I saw that in her. And, I thank God for that. I really do. I got my mom back.
One of the things I realize, Marlon, and it comes home to me more forcefully, is that YouTube is a great platform. It
Mhm.
is like a family. When we have these our subscribers, and it's like a family that's so
Yes.
close.
Yes.
So it sometimes it bothers me to see how people use the same platform and
Mhm.
divide people and spread negativity.
Correct. Correct.
Such a great place, family. And,
Yes.
so we're going to keep it like that.
We stay correct. We stay away from things like that.
Yes,
And
right.
anybody, as you know, I do interviews. But if you're coming on my channel, there's no negative.
No
So
negativity.
I
That's what.
will. I will. It would not go on my channel. Yes, it would not go on my
Absolutely,
channel. Correct.
absolutely. Um, I mentioned that you are a humanitarian, right? You have done
Correct.
some stuff for Jamaica. You pack your barrels and so on. How
Yes.
how these just how you call about you identify these places, right? And
Mhm.
you just who does the groundwork to say identify certain areas, certain people, and you how does works out? Let us know.
I have not been down much to Jamaica. I don't remember much of Jamaica. As I said, I left early and I did not get around. So I decided I wanted to start in this one area because that's where the house is. Actually, my first trip the other day where I stayed at the house was my first time even sleeping in the house, which was
Mhm.
built for us for the family for years ago. And it was my first time going down and staying there. So I know nobody down that side. And I decided to start with that area first because it's just a safety, and giving back to my people in the area. That I want to be able to go down there and feel safe and comfortable. And I feel if I started my area first, I'll be safer. I choose my next place that I'll go down and do would be Trelawney. And why I choose Trelawney is because that's where a lot of my family was from. That's where my father was born, I think, and grew up in Trelawney. And that's where I'm going to go next. So I just want to choose different places. I just randomly choose where I want to go
To go
next.
right.
I don't let people choose for me. I choose, and I randomly just go around and just try to see people who really needs it. So I give back food, clothes, whatever I can do, whatever I can give back. Every time I'm here and I go out, it's like I have to shop. I have to buy this. I have to buy this for this
Ah,
person. So I have 4 barrels here, Rupert. It's full.
four
And
barrels.
yeah, totally full. Yes. There's a fifth barrel might have to be packed again, and I don't want to really go to the fifth barrel. And I have so much things in Jamaica to buy as well to give back, and everything is 100% giving back. And thanks to my viewers and everybody who has been helping me with this. I want to continue this and do this at least even twice a year for Jamaica. Not just Jamaica, but I'm starting off in my own country.
So guys, Marcia, my moderator, just put your channel up there. So guys, please subscribe to
Thank you,
Jamaican
Marcia.
Shiny Boy Marlon Chung. Click on the link, show him some love. We're here to grow in this space together, help everybody and support everyone. That's what we do over here. And Marlon's channel is doing great, guys. He's a great
Thank you.
interviewer. I'm telling you. You know, when he actually when I said, yo, Marlon, top on top, for real.
Thank
He's
you. Thank you.
interviewed Color's mom in Washington that day.
Yes.
That interview was epic.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And it
And
was so funny with that interview, because I had to work my way in
yeah,
because she did, she's not going to open up to any and anyone.
that's
And
what I thought.
yeah, it was. And then if you notice, she just did it all. I just
Oh,
once she just let go, and she was so comfortable, and she thanked me very much for that. She
yeah,
thanked me very much for that. Thank you, guys.
yeah.
Yes.
That was great. You went to a concert. Colors MC the concert. Good
Yes.
Friday night. That church was my church in used to live in the Bronx. Church of the
Uh-huh.
Prophecy. My pastor Bishop Martin.
Yeah.
And I was there initially when we all started our resurrection. We call it resurrection concert after Good Friday. We for years we've been doing that. During the COVID period, we used to have it at what is the school name again? Not Evander.
Not Mount St. Michael's, right?
No, we used to have it. It's on this. Oh my God, I forget the place we used to have it until they moved to Evander High School. Um, the During the COVID period, everybody was locked in, and we were still at the concert.
Yes.
So they wanted me to MC virtually, but I couldn't do it. So it's something I look forward to every Good Friday. That's been going, and Colors did an exceptionally a great job, and you
Yes.
and Colors were like celebrities. The one thing was
Correct.
the red
Correct.
carpet, the red carpet, and the limo and the celebrity wave.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, man. I felt when I went outside and the ladies didn't even know I was there. They were all outside waiting for colors
Yeah,
while we got a special inside through the back door.
yeah,
And when they saw me coming out and they started screaming, and I was like, wow, not me, it was, wonderful. It was a really good experience, a really good experience.
yeah.
Wonderful people.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Because I used to live right in the Bronx, the Northeast Bronx, right there. And
Yeah.
yeah. So, guys, there you have
We have
it.
another link up coming up, Rupert. I'm putting something together, and I hope you could maybe be a part of it with us.
Where's it gonna be at? Yeah, you don't disclose yet, right? It's
No,
still right.
I'm looking into a couple of places. It's going to be my choice, and I'm going to just think about it. I'm looking into Brooklyn next.
Okay.
I'm looking to Brooklyn next to give more people, to come around from that side.
I was thinking, I was on your live the other night and we are talking about Atlanta. Definitely we could do something here with Colors too. I will
Yes.
speak with the Consul General. Should be happy to host
Yes.
him
Yes.
and the Atlanta what do you call it now? Diaspora here, and they have a group, Atlanta Association of what I forget the name of it here, but a great group down here along with the Consul General. So whenever you're ready to do anything like that, definitely.
Is there a lot of Jamaican population of Jamaican in Atlanta as well?
Oh my God. Everybody left, not everybody, a lot of leave New York from down here. Jamaica, especially in Lawrenceville, Snellville, Stone Mountain, Loganville, Litonia, Conyers, and these places. A lot
Okay,
of
so maybe you can let me know about something in Atlanta, and maybe I'll set up something for Atlanta as well.
yeah, and I speak with
Yes. We want to go back to Florida again because Florida was the biggest thing for us there.
oh my God, that was epic.
Yes.
That was epic. I did a couple of videos on that with Colors, and I said, I've been championing from day one that Jamaican government need to recognize Colors.
Yes.
So when he went and got that award proclamation in the Lauderhill,
Yeah.
Jamaican City, I've been doing videos on it for a long time. So Jamaica need to do something, and I hope they'll do it
Correct.
coming up Labor Day, Heroes Day in August.
Correct.
We'll think about it. You know what I'm saying? Not that other YouTubers are not doing stuff, but we just look at certain things and
Yes.
based on that. Everybody out there good. I never knew there's
Mhm.
so many YouTubers in Jamaica. I never knew.
I never knew either. I'll be honest with you, I did not know because I did not really follow any Jamaican YouTuber. It was my mom who got me to go with Colors, and I
Uh-huh.
saw the good work he was doing, and get me to speak to him, and then when he came here, I treated him like he was my little
Yeah,
brother,
great
and
guy.
that excuse me about that, yeah, and it was like family. We hit it off just like family,
Yeah.
and so whenever he comes here, he comes to my home and stay here, and of course, safer with us, his family, and so yeah,
Yes. Great
yeah,
guy.
yeah,
Um,
man.
Randingo said, Mom is one of God's special angel.
Yes, yes.
Good job, guys. I was planning to have an hour and a half because I've got to work in the morning. And as I said to we need, I want to make this uh, more sophisticated channel in terms of bringing
Mm,
in different professionals to help
yeah,
us with information like we did tonight. So I want to expand this whole thing here with
mm.
different software and so on. So guys out
Great
there,
look,
yeah, please
great look.
subscribe, please donate to the channel. Make we get this thing in order. Oh, ever blessed travelers here. Big up to you, sir.
Yeah, big up everybody.
Greetings. The thing about it when you're having a live, right? And then when they decide to close and you find your people coming on,
We
it's
don't
hard.
want to come off.
It's
Correct.
hard.
Because that's true. That's hard for me. I can't press that end button. It's
No,
just so hard.
hard. It's
So
hard.
hard. But I
Because
want to say something, Rupert. I want to say this.
yes, sir.
I want all of these YouTubers to, small and big, to hear one thing out. That movie called Paid Forward for me, and that's what I name my organization is going to be Paid Forward.
Mhm.
I watched that movie and it really hit me. And a lot of people are focusing on the bigger people for things which is eh, I just don't see the right people are not being seen. Like Randingo's, you
Yeah,
got to hear his story.
right, right.
And when I met Randingo, not in person, I've never met him in person, but just by talking to him on the phone, and he gave me his story. That's a touching story. That's
Right,
what
right.
people really need to hear. You know, those are the people who really needs the help in Jamaica. And you know what? He doesn't want people to feel sorry for him, Rupert. He wants people to just know that he is disabled and he's out there and he's willing to work. How many people who's not disabled and won't go out there and do some work?
Yeah.
And I want you guys to hear a story, please. Randingo, please, brother, I want you to I started a channel. He started a channel, I should say. And I
Mhm.
want you guys to go over as soon as he put it out. Within the next little while, he will be putting out a story.
Okay.
And it's a true story about his life story with his mom and his disability.
So he currently have a channel that he started, right?
Yes, he's just correct, correct.
Okay. I'm gonna ask my moderators to just put that in the chat so we can sorry, subscribe to Randingo's channel. You know, um, I must tell you, Marlon, I have some of the best moderators.
Mhm.
These people, they are the best. Marcia, Doreen, Janet. Let
I'm
me stop.
still learning about it.
Man, they are the best.
Yes.
And Gene Carter. So once you put out it for me, guys. I know Garth has a channel, Garth Williams. So just
Garfield
Garth
Williams.
Williams.
Yes, yes.
Let's support these individuals, guys. Show them some love. We are here to grow together, promote each other.
Mhm.
That's what I do here. I
Correct.
provide a platform for person grow. Nothing we do here, Marlon. I don't know if you know, we have what we call a birthday online party. Like a subscriber or a viewer have a birthday coming up that night,
Okay.
do a live. I play, we sing, and we celebrate. That's what we do,
Yes. Okay. Okay.
right?
Yes.
When is
Yes.
your birthday?
June 8th. On June 8th, and
I'll make note of
I
that.
see myself traveling around.
Or wherever you are, we come
We'll
on
see. We'll
here
see. We'll
and we
see.
have a birthday bash, online
Yes. Yes.
bash,
Yes.
June 8th, right?
Correct. Correct.
Let
If
me.
I'm not traveling, I'll be here because mom will still be recuperating after her surgery still.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. Definitely, I'll put that up inside here and we get it going. So there you go, guys. Randingo's channel is up there. Please do subscribe to Randingo's channel. Help him make 1,000 subscribers, right?
Thank you. Thank you.
And
Thank you.
also Garfield Williams. All right.
Yes.
We just want to, okay.
Thank you, Miss Marcia Thompson.
RC is the best.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Ever blessed, big up.
Man.
Yeah.
All
Thank
right.
you very much, Rupert, for doing this. I could
Pleasure.
not do that on my phone. So all the time when you told me when I was on my phone, I couldn't do it. Only on my laptop, I could go live with you, and not on my phone.
Hey, came on the phone. Okay.
No, I couldn't do it on the phone. It was hard, difficult,
Okay.
very difficult.
Okay.
But
Well,
we'll be helping your channel out as very soon as possible as well. All right.
absolutely. Thank you so much. Thank you for
You're
the
welcome.
tonight. Big up to Auntie Pauline and
I
Pops.
will.
Pops
Pop.
is one of the most humblest. Oh my
On
God.
you never change him in the world for
Oh my
nobody.
God.
Nobody is
Pops
the
the
most.
word.
Yes. A very good man. Very, very good man.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
My
All
mom said she hit jackpot.
right. For real.
She
For
hit
real.
the jackpot. She hit the jackpot. Yes.
For real. For real.
Yes. Yes.
So thank you so much, and
Thank you.
everyone.
Welcome.
It's
Thank
been
you.
a
Thank
pleasure.
you.
Thank you.
You
We
too.
will do this
Goodbye,
again.
guys. Thank you very much for everybody. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. So, guys, it's been a great night. We're here tonight. It's been a great night, and I want to say special thanks to everyone who have joined in this live tonight, and you made it what it is. And please do subscribe, share it, guys. Please share it, and and as I said, if you feel like you donate to this channel, we do accept donations, super chats, and all of that. Sorry, I want to grow this channel, be a sponsor of one of the projects we have here. That's all right. Thank you guys so much. It's been a pleasure. And I'm so happy that the commander is getting traveling, probably on his way now back to Africa, back to Yawahanse, to the village, to the villa. Big up to you, travel commander. You made it happen. Whatever I become in this YouTube street is all because of you. So I say big up to you. God bless you. So to everyone that was here tonight, my God, if I start calling name now, I'll run out, I'll get into trouble. But guys, you know yourself, and you're always welcome. You're always being appreciated. Thank God for you guys who are the wind beneath my wings on this YouTube street. God bless you. And for those who be watching this video on the replay, thank you so much. And if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please do so. Please do so. Yeah, man. Please do so. Please share and comment, guys. I thank you all so much. God bless you. Thanks to the Dr. Yutan Laing, came on here and gave us a wealth of information. Thanks to immigration attorney Georgia Lawrence, and she has given us so much information. We couldn't even pay for them, guys. And we're gonna do this again. And if you need her, I'm saying if you need, someone, or you may need her service, please give her a call. Right? And she has a YouTube channel. Also, subscribe to her channel, Georgia Lawrence. I wish I could put it up there again. If you have not yet subscribed to her channel, Georgia Lawrence, please do so. LLC. All right. So, guys, once again, thank you so much. It's so hard to end this live stream and so many people on here. For real, it's hard. But guys, I have to get ready for work tomorrow. Be up early morning, and Tingo. Thank you so much. God bless you. And as I always say in all my videos, in all their ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct your path. See you in the next video. Bye for now. God bless you.